Student loan bailout 2.0. Parents who took on multiple jobs to help pay for their kids' higher education are now understandably fuming as the White House swears the economy can afford the president's new $475 billion handout.
Let's not forget the first 2 years, the deficit has gone down by more than $1 trillion. And that is the end of deficit reduction because of Bidenomics, because of the work that he's been doing.
That's spending coming off. The deficit's actually increasing according to CBO.
Well, look, what we have seen is it's gone down over $1 trillion, right? And he has done this in a responsible way. And so he has done reduction. As we look at the deficit, it has come down and done so more than any other president has been able to do in their first 4 years of the administration.
I mean, how many lies can you tell in 45 seconds? But here's the bigger point, okay? I don't care if you think we can afford a student loan bailout. The fact is people who didn't go to college and are earning money and making a life have zero responsibility to pay the school bills of somebody who went and who should be able to pay it back. If people go to college and can't pay back their loans, then we got to stop dumping money down that black hole.
Well, what I don't understand is it's not the lower class or the middle class. The people who are taking out these loans, they've said 70% of the loans go to the top 60% of earners in this country. A lot of this has been higher education, medical, law school loans. So to force people on the lower income spectrum to bail out these upper income earners, to me, doesn't fit with the party. But what do I know?
I don't think it has anything to actually do with income classes. I don't think that's what they're looking at. I think they're looking at age. And they're looking at a canvas of young people who have taken out these loans, and they're saying, we're going to give you free things. We don't really care what tax bracket you're in.
Right.
You need to vote for us. And it works.
Vote. It's vote buying. Like, why would we call it anything else? It's just vote buying.
All right. Joining us now is constitutional attorney Mark Smith. Mark, it's great to have you on the program. First question that I have for you is pretty simple. Is what the president's doing now legal? Supreme Court basically said he was not allowed to use executive authority to forgive student loans. He's using a different channel to do it. He would never get congressional approval to do it. Your thoughts on where we stand now?
Well, you're absolutely right that the United States Supreme Court said unequivocally that what Joe Biden tried to do in terms of forgiving the student loans without going to Congress was unconstitutional. So what Joe Biden is doing now is he's trying to do an end run around that. But you raise a great point, which is the one thing that Joe Biden is not doing is, guess what? He is not going to Congress to ask for this law to be effectuated. Why is that? Because it's entirely unpopular and likely unconstitutional as well. Nevertheless, he wants to play to his base by saying, hey, look, I'm still fighting for you, and it's that mean and nasty conservative Supreme Court that's stopping us. But it's not the Supreme Court, by the way. It's actually the Constitution that puts the power of the purse in with Congress and not with the monarch known as the president in the view of Joe Biden.
But, Mark, you can see what he's doing here because he keeps running this up the flagpole, and the Supreme Court said it's still as unconstitutional this time as it was last time. And then how do progressives respond? They say, well, you know what the problem is here? It's the Supreme Court. That's the problem. We need to pack it. We need to sideline it. We need to marginalize it. That's the project here, Mark, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's two levels. On the one hand, Brian, you made the right point by pointing out that, Joe Biden understands the basic maxim that if you promise to rob Peter to pay Paul, you can always count on Paul's vote, number one. But then you have the other level, which is the Biden administration obviously has gone to war with this Supreme Court because this Supreme Court respects and adheres to the constitutional text itself and follows the Constitution. And it doesn't simply go along with whatever the Democrats' playbook is politically. And they're very upset about this, and they want to change the composition of the Supreme Court any way they can because they're very upset that they no longer have a Supreme Court that will just do the Democrats' bidding.
Mark, really appreciate your time and your expertise. Thank you so much for joining us.